So tonight's broken meal. I am making American chop suey. Got my ingredients together. I'm going to take my fry pan and add in a little bit of hamburger, about 3/4 of a pound there. My elbow pasta, that's in my container. My canned spaghetti sauce. I've got 2 cans here, both from the pantry, and also my diced tomatoes. And then as I'm doing that, I'm also going to be cutting up a pepper and a very large onion, which I'm only going to use a little bit of. So I do my setup completely on my stove because I have a small kitchen. As I am cutting up, I'm going to be mashing up my hamburger as it cooks to make sure it's all brown, and I have my pasta water in the back ready to go. And as you see, I'm just kind of mashing it up. So with my pepper, I'm cutting it. I'm trying to avoid getting all those seeds everywhere. Now I will save my scraps and I will freeze them in a bag. I will clean out the seeds first, and I will use that at a later date to make vegetable broth. Now, yes, these little seeds get everywhere. Now, as you can see, I'm just kind of mashing up that ground beef, trying to get it all brown on all sides over, and hopefully getting it done quickly. And as you can see, it is frying up fairly good. Just kind of keep mashing it as I'm doing things. Now I'm going to take the pepper and I'm going to take half of it and put it away for later. I want to make a pasta salad and I'm going to use the fresh pepper. So right now I'm just going to dice it up into some small pieces, get rid of any excess, and this is going to be put in with the hamburger when my pasta sauces go in. Now, some things I do is I do save a lot of things. Ooh, look at that hamburger. I do cut them up, try to be kind of small so they're not over big bites. And I just put them in this little container here and leave them for later. So as I'm doing right here, I'm just taking a piece of paper towel and getting some of the excess grease stuff out. My hamburger is finished completely browned. I did remove about half of it because I really don't need that much for my sauce. And now I'm adding in my 2 cans of spaghetti sauce. Has 2, and can't forget those diced tomatoes, Italian style. And then as I am mixing this around to kind of get the hamburger all covered, I'm going to add in some various Italian seasonings, some oregano, some basil, some garlic, and mix it all in. The canned sauce is kind of bland if you don't add the seasonings. Then I'm going to add in my peppers and mix it all up. Now, while that cooks, I'm going to work on cutting my onion. I only took 2 slices of onion as the onion is very big. I saved the rest for later, and I can freeze it, or it will go into the veggie scrap bag, which will be used to make vegetable broth again, as I said earlier. So there it is. I'm probably going to use about half of that and save the rest for later. And here is the onion. Ooh, not sure it fits. Oh, there we go. Phew. So I'm going to put that aside for later. And the veggie scraps are going right into the veggie scrap bag. And here it goes. I'm going to be throwing all of that right into the freezer. Now, yes, I am making a mess, but I don't mind. So here we go. We got the diced onions, we got the peppers, we've got the ground beef, and the sauce. And the little cheese in there, just the grated cheese I got from Flash Food. Oh, I love it. I do freeze it so it lasts longer and just to frost out a little bit each time I want to use it. And mix that all in good and setting it to a medium-low heat so it has some time to cook. Adding in my elbow macaroni. Whatever I don't use with the macaroni, I will use later to make my pasta salad. So here is about the hamburger about that I took off. I put it in a plastic bag. I probably use that later, either with some manwich or maybe add it to some hamburger soup if I make, or some vegetable type of soup. So my pasta is all set. I go ahead and drained it. And looks like my time to add my elbows. And here we go. And what I do is I typically just add it in just enough elbows as to make sure it's covered. As you can see, everything's still nice and wet because I do plan on freezing some of this. It's good at a later date. And I will be sharing this with my uncle who loves my meals. So, yes, I made a mess again, and here we go. Here's the thing, and see my leftover pasta. I will be using that later for a pasta salad. I'm just letting it cool down for a while. And there's my dinner.